One day, Ella totally forgot to close the door, and a fancy little dog ran out, chasing her like there's no tomorrow. Suddenly, an eagle swooped and snatched the little dog. Ella dialed while frantically chasing it. In a panic, Ella chucked her phone away and managed to rescue the dog from the eagle. But that eagle wasn't giving up easily. The eagle spotted Ella's phone and swooped in for the steal before Ella even realized what was happening. Nicole was left anxiously biting her nails. Her heart was racing like she was on a roller coaster. Nicole's family misunderstood their antics as Ella just playing with the dog, labeling her as a pet lover, leaving Nicole quite baffled. Ella carefully explained what happened, yet Nicole remained skeptical, surprised that Ella had such a cute side. Nicole told Ella that her family would take her to town tomorrow, where she could buy a new phone. Ella perked up with excitement. Nicole and Ella have put on yet another lovey-dovey family show. What an extraordinary performance it is. You're such a great wife, her father declared as he engaged Nicole in a deeply moving chat. Dad apologized to Nicole for yesterday's words. It's time to bless since the son's wedding's near. However, he candidly expressed his hopes that Nicole would stay in their hometown to run the family business instead of fleeing to New York. We've talked about this before, and I'm willing to discuss it again. You have responsibilities. You should take your situation in New York seriously. I feel like you're just messing with me. Sitting down again for talks. I have no idea when y'all get serious. Well, this father-son chat didn't break the ice. They returned home to Nicole's irritated demeanor. At this point, Mom figured out her son's temperament had everything to do with his dad and quickly went to confront him. What did you do? She asked. Alice sensed the drama was escalating and took a graceful exit. Because of you, I only see him once every 3 years. You're messing up this whole show. 7 years on, she was feeling frustrated yet too timid to speak up, so she hurried back to her room for a bath. Meanwhile, Nicole was blissfully unaware with her headphones on. What on earth are you thinking? Oh my gosh. Why do you have to do this? Why? Just why are you looking at me? I mean, living under the same roof, awkward moments are just part of the deal. And as night fell, that awkwardness lingered. However, the way they interacted started changing quietly, the old awkwardness replaced by intimacy and politeness. Ella dropped her facade and slowly revealed her soft side to Nicole, confiding her feelings. She shared her love for light-hearted comedies and melodramatic novels, even mentioning their first kiss. Are you there? I'm here. It's like we're soulmates. Ella was finally opening up. She recounted how the editor-in-chief once called her an old witch. Even though she pretended to be tough, her heart was shattered. Every time she felt that kind of hurt, she would hide in the bathroom and cry silently. You're such a beautiful girl. As time passed, bittersweet memories began to surface. Ella lost her parents at the tender age of 16. Since then, flowers became a painful reminder because they brought back memories of her parents' funeral. In a warm atmosphere, the conversation opened a new chapter, resonating with equality and respect. By the fireplace's glow, their spirits resonated after many exchanges, love seeds silently taking root. The next morning, there was a loud banging on the door, and Ella leaped onto Nicole's bed to avoid being caught. Luckily, she wasn't caught, but Nicole's parents were throwing them a big wedding. They even planned to throw it alongside Grandma's birthday party. It felt like a storm hit out of nowhere. Nicole thought she could make up excuses to decline, but Grandma came rushing out, her voice trembling with excitement. She deeply hoped to see her grandson's wedding, making refusal impossible. They could only force smiles while inside. A storm was brewing. Nicole was overwhelmed with fear and anxiety. She dreaded that if this fake wedding were exposed, it would bring unbearable disappointment to Grandma and Mom. Ella seemed calm, but her mind was a whirlwind, reminding herself it was just a transaction. Soon, Mom and Grandma whisked Ella to the bridal shop for a little consultation. They picked out an antique wedding dress for Ella, and seeing her future daughter-in-law, Mom broke down in tears. Witnessing this scene, Ella felt an increasing sense of unease, contemplating that she might have disappointed their expectations and trust. Then Grandma gently presented her with a family heirloom, narrating its history to Ella. This is a treasure from your great-grandfather, passed down for 150 years, and now it's yours. Upon receiving such a precious gift, Ella felt utterly overwhelmed. Grandma's always left a warmth behind for the family. Tears welled up in her eyes as guilt washed over her. She hastily sought out Nicole to set sail. On Nicole's, Ella felt a different familiar love, joyful yet anxious. She feared that this happiness was fleeting, and once she woke from the dream, it would all vanish. This dream woven from a fake marriage was bound to fade away, and Nicole sensed Ella's emotional turbulence.